oh, salam. Salam alaikum. I'm just laughing so much. Okay. Y'all see. Y'all see what's going on right here, right? Woo! African American aliens.
The Joe Rogan, the Joe Rogan experience.
Hold on.
Do you hear about that fucking object that's hurtling towards Earth at like 130,000 miles an hour?
No, that might solve all our problems.
Some intergalactic object that's hurt. There's this guy, Avi Loeb. He's a professor at Harvard that believes it might be an alien probe.
Wow.
And he was talking about the odds of this thing being in the trajectory that it is, entering into our solar system in a direct path with Earth. The odds are extremely low. And at the place where it's doing it, it's when the Earth is the opposite side of the sun. So it's coming from behind the sun. And it's so it makes it difficult to detect. And that this object is in a direct line to come to Earth in 2027.
Do they have a trajectory of where it's going to land?
I don't think they totally know that yet. I think they're trying to calculate whether or not it's actually going to hit Earth or come near Earth or pass by Earth or what it, what it is.
Like, why do they think it's an alien satellite or whatever?
Well, there's this guy, Avi Loeb, this professor that I'm discussing. He also had an analysis of another object that passed by Earth a few years back that they named, and they said that this thing had a very bizarre metallic sort of a look.
Is he talking about the Oumuamua Ai or whatever it's called? It's like a cigar-shaped meteor
to it that he did not think, based on the shape of it and the way it was traveling, that it was natural. So he thought that that could have been some sort of an alien craft as well. I don't know. It's too fun. It's too fun.
But as it gets closer, we could probably decipher.
Scientists give chilling update on mysterious interstellar object racing through our solar system as they warn it's even bigger than we thought. Provide a chilling update on a mysterious interstellar object that's racing through our solar system using data from the Vera C. Rubin Observatory. Experts have revealed just how big the object dubbed 31 Atlas really is. According to their analysis, the object measures roughly 7 miles in diameter. Holy fuck. How big is New York City? Bigger than Mount Everest, making it the largest interstellar object ever spotted. Professor Avi Loeb, theoretical physicist and cosmologist from Harvard University, suggested the object could be an alien spacecraft. However, not everyone is convinced. Chris Lintott, an astronomer at the University of Oxford, told Live Science any suggestion that it's artificial is nonsense on stilts. He added that these claims are an insult to the exciting work going on to understand this object. But Harvard's legit, and Avi Loeb is a legit astronomer.
Right. I mean, let's not rule anything out.
Yeah.
As it gets closer.
There's something about it, about the way it's traveling, that it's bizarre. It doesn't have a trail like a comet does.
Right.
We can scroll up a little so I can see that. The images of the comet were actually snapped by the Vera C. Rubin before it was officially discovered. However, since it was identified on July 1st, just a little bit ago, scientists have scoured back through data to find out more about the mysterious object. New study published on RXIV, whatever that is. More than 200 researchers have confirmed the likely size of the comet's main.
This is the actual real thing that's going on. I keep laughing because they're saying these aliens are aggressive, that they look like African Americans. I would think they would at least say they look like Africans, South Sudan, Avatar type. But they said they look like African Americans that are 7 feet tall. So I'm wondering, like, do they got like a lineup, waves? You know what I'm saying? Do they got like braids? Do they got dreadlocks? You know what I mean? Like, what makes them look African American?
Body known as its nucleus. Their analysis suggests the nucleus has a radius of around 3.5 miles. That translates to a diameter or width of about 7 miles. To put that in perspective, bigger than Mount Everest, twice the size of Mount Kilimanjaro. Fuck.
Way smaller.
Wow.
Yeah, so the how do you say it?
Oumuamua, I think.
Oh,
Oumuamua, obviously. Oumuamua. You can't say that?
Oumuamua,
Oumuamua.
discovered in 2017. He came on and talked to us about that. Was believed to be around 0.2 miles wide. And comet Borisov, discovered in 2019, was roughly 0.61 kilometer wide. So this thing is fucking huge. Yeah. So previously speaking to Mail Online, Professor Lowe pointed out that its impressive speed of 130,000 miles per hour as an indication that it might be controlled by aliens. He said it's difficult to imagine a natural process.
130,000 miles per hour is beyond insane. Like the Earth only moved like a little bit over 1,000 miles per hour spinning.
That would favor a plunge towards the inner solar system at 60 kilometers per second, he said. An alternative is that the object targets the inner solar system by some technological design. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well, hopefully they come in peace.
Well, that might be the end of the Earth. Maybe that's like they realize like that's when AI starts to take over and they think it's chaos. So like it's just that's when it's gonna happen. So let's just like launch a 7-mile wide thing into the Earth and just start all over again like the dinosaurs.
Well, that you're saying it hits and then our AI fights it?
No.
Or
it wipes out. The AI takes over and it's like this isn't gonna work. So it wipes it out. Just like when the dinosaurs were here, the dinosaurs were too powerful, and they're like, yeah, let's just fucking start from scratch. Maybe that's how they like reset the game.
Huh. And then so humanity is wiped out.
Everything's wiped out. Yeah, start
clearly the 7-mile structure is heading towards America.
Fresh with new organisms. And then they come along and do genetic engineering just like they did with us and monkeys and create a new.
White people sure have an imagination, boy. I tell you, boy, this is word on the street is crazy.
Saw 7-foot tall aliens, and that these aliens they are tall, they are black, and they look like African Americans, and apparently these aliens are set to hit Earth come November. Now, as you can imagine, people have been having a field day with this one. Personally, when I first read this, when I first saw it, I could not help but laugh because like, can we be serious? What do you mean?
Yes.
What
exactly.
do you mean they are?
That's what you mean. Now you're saying they're aggressive, they're imminent threat to the whole world. They look like African American. They don't look like South Sudanese. They don't look like avatars. They don't look like original subcontinent Indians or Andaman Islands and things like that. They look like Iggas.
Are black, tall, and look like African Americans. I'm so sorry, guys. I probably should not be laughing, but I can't help it. This is funny to me. This. They cannot be serious. No.
No. She crying.
That's I'm sorry. But NASA better get the like it's never gonna be a time in history. I don't think it's ever gonna be a time in history where Black people are gonna be blamed for something. Cause what the you mean the aliens is African
That's crazy because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam believe that Black people are the aliens and they own the mothership. They've had this rhetoric for quite some time. Also, the war over Los Angeles. I think there was some things that we saw in the sky. They're saying that it was in Los Angeles because it's close to Mexico with pyramids and stuff. And they originally were Black. And It's just a whole lot, but it's just, and I know people are just feeding off of this all across the social media space because the whole Anunnaki thing and Cat Williams and all this people are saying that they're gods, we're gods, we're gods, all this sacrilegious blasphemy. Now they have these aliens that look like African Americans.
Wait a minute, and then another thing. Why is they only coming to America? Well, like is they like traveling through different continents or like what's happening? Like
That tongue pop was serious. You heard that? Should I pop? You heard that? Nah, I should tap. That's it.
freaking America. Because if
Got no roof up there.
they come here, I'm not scared. I feel like if they come here and they
If they 7 foot tall, they probably Mandinka. Okay.
really freaking American, baby, y'all need to be scared, not me.
But on a more serious note, I actually did come by a video while I was researching into the situation to try and authenticate this information. And during my research, I came by this video of this man that is said to be an ex-NASA employee by the name Norman Begrun. And I think it was what he said in this video that brought about this, take now or news that we are seeing that black 7 feet tall African American looking aliens are set to come to Earth come November. Because in this video, which is actually an interview, it seems, by the way, he basically said similar thing, but the only difference is he did not specify that they look African American. He said they are black. So check out the clip and I'll meet you guys after.
Picture, there is one image there that shows black people getting off.
So people with dark skin getting off.
Not dark, black.
How do you already try to appropriate a fictitious claim? It's like he just said there was black. Oh, so dark people. You already trying to make them Italian or Spanish or Greek or something? He said black. No habla inglés, no entiende. Not saying I believe this, but how quick white people are to discredit black people with anything. Not saying that we are these aliens, but see how quick she says, so dark-skinned people? No, black.
Black skin.
Really black. Yeah.
Were they tall?
Yes.
Very tall.
He said really black. They are Dinka. They are Luya. Yes.
How tall? Do you know?
Well, they got out the doorway. I don't know how high that is, but
Well, what?
say 7 feet would be probably a conservative estimate.
And this is all I have of this particular clip. Unfortunately, it isn't that much to work with, but we are going to work with what we have.
Let me make sure I got this clear. So the same aliens that were supposed to come in November took a detour. Now they coming in 2 weeks.
Wait, what? I can't.
7 foot tall African American. Okay. I just found that really interesting. That's just a little fun thing for y'all. But what's interesting is that Elijah Muhammad and Farrakhan speaks of aliens. They really believe this in their doctrine of the Nation of Islam. So let's check out what Farrakhan has to say. Okay. Yes, I said Farrakhan. Undoubtedly, it's interesting to have a conversation with Louis Farrakhan, a man who led a march of 1 million men in Washington. Okay. A man known as a successor of the most important black leaders in the U.S. You mean the Nation of Islam? The most important black leader that was in America was Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X. Okay. People like that. Surprisingly, this man speaks openly about the UFO. He told us it's not only a reality, but also that it's inevitability. And soon the world will know about this extraordinary reality.
United States and in governments around the world. But more recently, governments have decided to expose to their populace the reality of the existence of these so-called unidentified flying objects.
Do you think it's time now to let everybody know about this? Are we ready for this?
Whether those in power think it's time or not is immaterial or irrelevant, because these wheels are now being seen over the major cities. And when human beings of intelligence can look up and see these phenomenon, or this phenomena, how can you keep hiding it in the midst of thousands upon thousands of people now seeing them? And in this modern age of technology, with recording instruments in a telephone that is now in the hands of millions and billions of people, then when they show up, the people film it.
Just FYI, and Ahmadi Muslim Jamaat, we do not outwardly condone or outwardly dismiss anything that is extraterrestrial or outside of this world. Neither does the Quran. Actually say Allah is the creators of the heavens and earth and all that is between, Lord of all of the worlds. And he said, well, Adam, I put you above most of my creation. And there's other creations before Adam that are intelligent.
So now, what can you say now? You could say it was swamp gas yesterday. You could say it was a balloon. You could say it was all these explain away techniques of masterful liars and artful deceivers. But today, it is time. And now it is being made manifest. So somebody has to answer the question, what are they? Why are they there? Why have they been over all of the atomic installations, not only in America, but all over the world? Why has the power from these so-called unidentified flying objects been able to nullify the power of rockets to go up in case there is an atomic warfare? The power that these machines exercise, which America has not fully seen yet. I think it is more than time that the populace of our planet should know where these wheels are from, what their real purpose is, who is behind it all. Then the people can either accept it or reject it.
This is wild, man. So I know a lot of people get it onto this on YouTube and these spaces like that. I think it's, excuse me, I think it's hilarious. Really, true and thing. I think it's hilarious. But you never know what's going on. Allahu Alam. And it's definitely interesting. Let's look at some of this more, this contemplation of Islam, the children of Ahmadiyya.
It started learning and teaching of this great wheel called the mother plane around 1932. 10 years later, in 1942, after the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, the temple, as it was called at that time, was raided by law enforcement officials under the guidance of the FBI. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad's home was also raided, and the teachings that Master Farad Muhammad had left with him were taken from the home and the temple. Later, he was questioned by the FBI on the drawing of the wheel and his writing about it that they had taken from the temple. And he explained to the government of the United States and to the FBI its aim and purpose, who made it, and why it is now above America. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said it was a masterpiece of mechanics and engineering, and that nothing like this has ever been seen before. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said it is the greatest military weapon ever developed in the annals of the history of Allah, God, and man in this universe. He said that after the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, the temple, as it was called at that time, was raided by law enforcement officials under the guidance of the FBI. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, America. The Honorable.
They cutting him off while they cutting the brother off. Also, the Ahmadi Muslim Jamaat does not close the possibility of a new prophet after Mirza Ghulam Ahmed. Food for thought.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad said it was a masterpiece of mechanics and engineering, and that nothing like this has ever. Muhammad's home was also raided, and the teachings.
They clipping it off. They clipping it off. That is wild, though. As well as you can see, there's some information about the wheel. It's very prevalent in the Nation of Islam's culture, i.e., the children of the Ahmadi Muslim Jamaat. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. We don't say no. We don't say yeah. What we do is think logically. Stay woke, my people. Assalamu alaikum, Black Light out.